In this video, we're going to talk about being social. Socializing is not about being loud, being everywhere, or talking to everyone in the room, and most importantly, it is not about turning yourself into someone you are not. Because some people are loud, some are quiet, some open up fast, and some take time to trust anyone. But none of this decides whether someone is good at socializing or not. Because socializing is not a personality type. It is a natural human experience. So if we try putting it into words, socializing is the ability to connect with another human without the pressure. Moving on, we need to understand what is the logic behind why do we feel awkward when we are meeting new people or scared when we are in public. Because there's psychology and a bit of historical background behind that. So, new faces and experiences are equal to unfamiliarity. Unfamiliarity makes the brain scan threats each and every time you meet someone or you are in a new situation. This is not because we are overthinking, it's just how we were wired from early human evolution. Back in the days, unknown used to mean danger, and so every human experiences it. For example, the first day of school or the first day at work, remember the first time putting yourself out there in public. So you are not the only one in this. So we know that some people naturally have social skills because someone may have grown in healthier situations, some may have practiced it many times, but that does not make them feel less awkward, nervous, or embarrassed of themselves. They just learned how to stop treating situations as dangers. But one thing you need to know right now is that you need to socialize yourself. Because if you keep on running away from all the situations, it gets more harder later. If we continue avoiding things now, it makes the wall stronger. And that is what takes us to the next segment, that are the 3 essential things you need to know before socializing. The 3 are named as awareness, intention, and boundaries. Awareness is the realization where you currently stand socially. It is what we talked about earlier, the consequences of avoidance and where it will lead you. It is the point where you stop denying your fears and start understanding how they are shaping you. Then comes the intention. The intention is the why you want to connect with people. It should not be because of others. You might feel others are more outgoing than you, and so you feel like pushing yourself out there in public. It should be something you really want and you are willing to do. Because then you are not forcing yourself into something. You are not trying to impress others or perform in front of them. You do because you simply allow yourself to connect with the world around you. And that's when the boundaries step in. Because not every place is meant for you. Not every connection needs your deep access. Sometimes there are certain places or people with whom you stop feeling like yourself. Boundaries help you understand where your energy is safe and worth putting in. For example, not everyone enjoys clubbing or loud crowds, etc. Some prefer meaningful conversations and small circles. Now let's understand how to actually try and get along socially. First things first, let go of the pressure, which means you do not have to sound perfect. It's okay to say something random, okay not to know what to reply immediately, and it's okay to mispronounce a word. Nobody is sitting with a notebook and a pen to mark down your mistakes. And that's when you start small, like you simply say good morning and good afternoon to your watchman, talking to a shopkeeper, or saying hello to a kid. Say things to people who don't directly put the pressure on you. Less pressure helps your brain know that this is temporary, which makes you relax. Then you can also try being in places you like. If you like to read books, you can go to library or the spaces especially meant for reading. If you like walking, go for a walk. If you like studying, go to cafes or study spaces. And in such a way, you get to meet like-minded people. And that's when you need the skill of small talk. It becomes easier when you initiate it with a question, curiosity, or a compliment. Asking questions about the other person makes them feel seen, and everyone loves talking about themselves. If you have a doubt in studies or you need an advice, just go ask things to the people around you. And compliments are something that stays with the other person. They also reduce the tension, and somehow people remember you. They remember you for your kindness and not for your awkwardness. Then, after all the small trials, you have to intentionally put yourself in certain situations. Don't just sit back for your confidence to arrive. Raise your hand in the class, ask that question, because if you don't do it now, it will get difficult later. Share your opinions, ideas, and take part in the discussions. Try facing the fear of rejection or the fear of saying something stupid. And then you take the initiative. Do the things that you have been avoiding. If you were avoiding calls or canceling the plans, then make the plans yourself. Or maybe invite friends at your place. Or instead, call someone. Or you can try socializing like a solo traveler. Solo traveler go to different places, talk with people around, they ask questions, they learn, and then they keep moving on in their journey. And that's when you realize that not every connection is supposed to have depth in it. Not everyone is meant to be your best friend. That does not make it meaningless. Some remain as beautiful surface level connections. You learn, you experience, and then you move on. And slowly, if you find genuine people around you who you can trust, then you can let them in your circle. That's how it works. At the end, you just need to realize how many moments and opportunities you have missed because you were just too afraid. How many times you wanted to talk with someone but you kept waiting for the perfect moment. How many friendships, connections, and conversations just slipped away because we were comfortable living inside our head, and then we regret the moments we never allowed ourselves to live in. So maybe stop waiting to become perfectly confident first and start allowing yourself to live in the moments, connect with people, and be the part of the moments passing right in front of you.